In this episode, we're going to talk about becoming you because sometimes we are not only not being ourselves, we are not at peace. And you cannot be at peace if you're not becoming you. So in this episode, we're going to talk about why you are not yourself and how you can get back to your birthright, who you really are. Can't wait to see you on Powerfully Her. See you on the inside. That song is good, right? I'm telling y'all, I love the song. So good. So good. Well, welcome. Welcome, queens. How you doing? How's it going? I got this big sweatshirt on right now, you know? I'm just like, we gonna do it like that. We're doing like that today because we can. So how you doing? How's everything going? How are you feeling? How are you feeling? You know, I want to know. I want to know. Put it in the comments. Tell me how you're feeling. Tell me what you feel about this video. Tell me about all of it. I want to know. You know, I love the engagement. I love the communication, that effective communication, right? So I hope everything's going well with you. And I'm so excited you're here. I'm really so excited you're here. And we are going strong, right? Strong. And this is episode 23. So good. So good. I'm so grateful that you're here. So let's jump inside. So this is Powerfully Her, and I am the host, Nadira Baye, and creator, along with my husband. And in this episode, we're going to talk about becoming you and what that looks like and what that means. And if you are not in alignment, how we can get you there. So this episode is titled Becoming You is because you need to get back to being you. You need to get back to your original, your natural, your birthright. And how we do that, queen, is we have to get back to the basics, right? We have to silence everything and get back to who we truly are. We are so inundated and overly stimulated with everything all the time, where everything is grabbing our attention. It is so true. And if you're on social media a lot, which we all are, and no shade because we're there. I don't ever be like, tell me on social media like that. I don't do stuff like that. But I want you, and you need to center yourself, queen. You got to center yourself. So becoming is a rebirth. It's a growth. It's a process, it's an evolution, which is wonderful. And we all are evolving. But the thing is, some of us are regressing because we don't know how powerful we are. We don't know who we are. So we're going through this life floating and just thinking this is the way things are supposed to be. And they are not. They are not. You should have a great life. Despite all the noise, you know, and all the darkness, you should still be able to have something good, you know? And that's what becoming you is about. Because you need to start becoming who you really are, who God made you to be. You need to start going back to that, the truth. And when I say go back, you're not going backwards. You are going to the truth. But when I'm saying going back, you're going back to the beginning where your greatness was intact, where there were no doubts, when you knew who you were, where you were like, this is me, I'm loud and I'm proud, I love me. You need to go back to that. When God was just like, I made you, you're great, you're amazing, to the world you go, you know, getting back to that. That's what I'm talking about, because there's power in that. When you get back to knowing who you are, you tap into the real you. For instance, when you go around the world and you see a lot of artifacts, a lot of civilizations, and you see a lot of civilizations like the Sphinx, right? And you see a lot of African artifacts, a lot of those get destroyed because it's showing proof that there were black people here. Black people built this. African people built this. Dark-skinned black people built this. You know, it's showing the truth. And, you know, evil doesn't want that. We can't have that. I can't have that. So I have to change the story. So if I'm changing the story, that's a lie. And the same thing with you. It's like if you were not shown representation of things reminding you of how special you are and how amazing you are, you're going to believe the narrative that I'm not enough, that I'll never have the life that I want, Other people are better than me. They just got it like that. Whatever else comes to mind that's negative, and you'll believe it. And I want to tell you that's not true, and that's a lie. You know how I roll. But remember, this is 23 episodes? Come on. You know how I roll. I'm not having that, Queen. I'm not having that, and you shouldn't have that for you either. Because we need to go back to the beginning, go back to the truth. And the best way to do that is with God. Number one, I'm I believe. I'm a believer, and I'm going to talk about him. That's what I do. And because I know the truth, and it's bringing us back to the beginning of what the truth is. Story time. My dad. So, my dad has CP, cerebral palsy, and my dad had a very challenging life, but although it was beautiful and powerful, and he's my hero, he really is, it was hard because my dad kept seeing negativity. He kept experiencing negativity. He kept experiencing abuse, verbal, emotional, and sometimes physical from evil, right? Evil people. And of course, anyone that will wear on you eventually can't be like, as much as we want to say, like, just power through it, I don't want to make it seem like the pain is not real. And you know me long enough to know that I don't like to pretend things away. Yes, have a strong mindset. Yes, like it will, inshallah, get better. Yes. But inshallah in Arabic means God willing. So, that it will wear on you. And when we ignore pain, that's when it gets worse. Because when pain is ignored, and it's like, oh, just mindset, it's not, that pain's not real. Oh, they're not laughing at you. Oh, it's not happening. You feel ignored. You don't feel seen and heard. So of course, that's going to affect you. So that's why I say when you're going through pain, let's not pretend it's not there. Let's just say with God, please help me I can get through this. Help me get through it. Let's get through the pain. Now let's just like pretend it's not there. That's not me. That hasn't worked for me. I'm like, oh, let me pretend it's not there. No, it hurts. You do feel like this is awful. Not even feel, it is awful, right? And it's okay to sit in it, but just don't live there, okay? Don't live there. And with my dad, he never lived with it. He never lived with the pain. He never let it stay. He sat with it for a couple of seconds and he was on to the next thing. He didn't pretend that it wasn't happening, but he was just like, you know what? But number one, my dad got closer to God. He always had a really close relationship with God. Even from as a kid, he had a dream that he was on a bicycle. And my dad always wanted to ride a bicycle, but it was really hard because my dad, when you have CP, it's hard to have balance. So my dad had these braces. And every kid wants to be able to ride a bike. Everyone wants to be able to walk. Those are the things that come innate, natural to most of us, right? You should be able to walk. And when you can't do the things that are supposed to be your natural, what does that do to you, right? You're upset, you're frustrated. So he had a dream. God showed him a dream that he was going to be able to one day get up on his bike and ride like nothing. And I kid you not, once my dad had that dream, that next morning, he got on his bike without his braces and he rode like all the other kids in his neighborhood did. And as kids, we all have, coming straight from God, we have a very close connection with him. But through what happens is as adults is sometimes we get disassociated because our trials and tribulations and the tests and the hardship that we have, it's just like, oh my God, things going to get better. And I get it, but he is there. So we have to get back to that. So my dad had to get back to, and he actually didn't ever leave. I'm sorry. He didn't ever leave the connection with God. And it got stronger as he got older, which is great. This is why we have such a firm faith. So my family and I, that's what you got to get back to, Queen. Get back to the truth. Get back to the truth. There is no way possible that if you come from greatness that you are not great. 2 + 2 is 4. So there you go. The answer. There's no way. Look what you come from. There's no way. No matter what you're told, no matter how anyone that's around you has told you, that is a lie. And we do not look for other people to tell us who we are. We look for God to remind us who we are. We look for God to remind us who we are. And that's what this podcast is doing, is reminding you who you are, Queen. Becoming back to you. And that's where your identity comes into play. Remember, powerfully her. Your identity is what? That you are beautiful, that you are strong, that you are powerful, that you're a good woman. You're a good woman. You got a good heart. You're worth more than gold, and you can have anything. that God says you can have. As long as you put in the work, as long as he says you can have it, you can have it. There's no one in the world that can stop you having what God has for you. Okay? And you deserve the best. Remember? Remember that episode? I spoke about Powerfully Her, where you can have the best. You should have the best, right? Identity. You're a queen. Identity. I should be able to have that. I should be able to have that. I should be able to have that. And so should you. You should be able to have the best too. We're not stopping. So that's the importance of identity, right? Have your identity. And the story I talk about my dad, you could put yourself in that too. I want you to think about a time where you yourself, maybe a time or multiple times, but I don't want you to get confused. Think about one time where you just felt lost and you felt confused and you felt like, oh man. And why is because you've forgotten who you are. You have to come home to you. Come back home to you, Queen. Come back home. My confidence has gotten better as I've gotten older, right? And sometimes I say that older people, as we get older, we get more confident. But get confident in the right stuff. Not, sometimes people as they get older, the boldness I'm cool with, but it's more of an arrogance. Like, I've been here long enough, and that's not cool. Like, where's the wisdom in that? Like, you're a testament of what not to be. You need to be bold in knowing that I am powerful and I'm a force to be reckoned with, and I know who I am. Come home to that. Be excited for the age that you are to finally say, you know what? I've had experiences. I know what to do, what not to do. And I love me and all of it, all of my flaws, all of the things. I love me. I am beautiful. There's nothing I can't do without God. Get back to that. Reintroduce yourself to you. And this is what this podcast is doing for you. It's reminding you, Queen, about you. Come home to you, the truth. Because trust and believe, the enemy wants to bury the fact that you knowing who you are and loving who you are. Because when you do, you make his job 100 times harder. You 10x it for him. He doesn't want that. He doesn't. Why in the world would he want people that believe in God to know who they are? He don't want that. He's just like, no, I have to make you believe you are nothing. You are not more than enough. Things will not get better. I have to make you believe that. And we can't allow that. So becoming you is coming back home. It is the truth. Come back home to you. Identity, right? Alignment. We hear a lot about alignment, and it's true. But alignment of what? Mind, body, and soul. Get aligned with God first. We can talk alignment all we want. But if we're not aligned with him, who are you aligned with? Like, how do you expect to do this without him? I'm telling you, I've been going through some things lately. Trust me, and I know we all have. And the only way we're getting through is because of God. It's because of him. And we know things will always work out. And the same thing goes for you, Queen. Same thing goes for you. There is no perfection for anybody. We are all going through it. But how we come together and we stay strong together, because we're stronger together, is when things will really work. We have to gel well with each other. And you have to gel with yourself. You have to be like, yeah, I am amazing. I am special. I am beautiful. I am powerful. I do need to focus on me and stop the distractions and paying attention to things that don't matter. You do. You do. And once you start doing that, Queen, I promise you will see your life get better. And you got to be consistent. Even when you don't feel like it, do the work. Do the work to work on yourself to become better. Not go to work. Do the work for self-improvement. Have that effective communication with yourself. Remember the negative self-talk, how we talk to ourselves? Remember that? We have to discipline ourselves to not allow that to win. We can't allow the negative thoughts and the negative talk to win. We can't reflect, and we can't hold on to the regret. Like, you're reflecting, but you're holding on to the regret where it's not pushing you forward. It's not pulling you forward. You're not using it as a lesson. You're using it as a way to keep you down. That's not what God wants for you. And that's not what you want for you. And that's what I don't want for you. And that's what we're going to do the change. You know? I mean it. Gotta start doing the changes, Queen. You see, I get fired up. Like, fired up because I care. And that's why it's very important. Because the thing about becoming is once you return back to you, once you come back home, The confidence queen that it's just, oh my God. It's like when people talk about being authentic, you're being you, you know? You don't have to be like all corporate or all professional or all, you get to be you. You should be able to be you in every stage of your life, in every room you walk in. Be you. Don't switch up, be you. Before I had my own business, became an entrepreneur, when I had a job, I was always being me. I spoke the same. There was no, especially as Black people, code switching. Be you. Okay? Be you. And I could even go deeper with that one. But the thing is that be you. Love you. No one has the right to tell you how to be or how to speak. You should always talk like you got sense, because you do have sense. But no one should be able to tell you what it's supposed to look like. You know what I'm saying? You know. You are elegant. You are luxury. You're a queen. So the best. You are world class. So therefore, show it in the way you speak and way you breathe and way you believe. Right? It's important. That's an authenticity that's spoken about. Being you at all times. Don't sabotage the parts of you that don't want you to win. Sabotage that part of you that doesn't want you to win, that doesn't want you to be authentic, that doesn't want you to come back to yourself, that doesn't want you to be becoming you, doesn't want you to be powerfully her. Sabotage that part of yourself. And that's something that you have to do every day. We all have to work on it. That's why I said do the work. You got to do the work. Do what is hard now. So as life goes on, the ease that you deserve will come. Just like when we're working out, right? It's like, I'm on that health journey too. I'm doing a lot of intermittent fasting, but I am going to be fasting for Ramadan too. So alhamdulillah, very excited about that. Yay. Best time of the year is the discipline we have to put in. And yeah, it can be difficult at first, but the discipline that you put in the beginning, you will reap the benefits later on. And God speaks about that. Do the hard things first, because you're challenging yourself. Because when you get stuck in what just feels good in the moment, but long-term is not good for us, what are we doing to ourselves? We're hurting ourselves. And you're not being authentically you. You're not being you, queen. Stop doing those things. Sabotage your sabotage. Whether it be people you shouldn't be around. I spoke about this. Whether it be places you're going, the things you're doing, whatever it is, you're not being you. You have to get back to being you. Because you are elegant, queen, luxury, yes. So you can evolve. And that evolvement is all parts of you, is the real you. Queen is the real you. They talk about the soft life. A lot of women are saying they want this soft life. They want this feminine life. They don't want to have to be hard all the time. And especially as Black women, we are the ones that have to be hard all the time because of what has happened to Black women and continues to happen at times. But the support is not there. And there is some support, but in the story for a lot of other women, that's not the story. So I don't want to be like, well, that's not true. No, that's not the story for a lot of Black women. So that's what we're going to talk about, the real pain. And just having to be hard and have to protect themselves all the time because there is no one protecting them. And I get that. And this is why it is very important to get back to being you. So once you know there's things you're not going to tolerate. You're not going to tolerate those toxic relationships. You're not going to tolerate, because, I just want some, I want some loving, or I want some good, You got to mature from that. Or, that this person just makes me feel good to the moment. No, you have to mature from that because you're not being you. You're not being you. And when's the last time someone said you're not being you? You're not being authentically you. You're not being who God created you to be. If someone just flat out told you that, you're like, oh my God. Well, I'm telling you, if you are not, this is a reminder to get back to that. And you can do it. You can do it, queen. I promise you can do it. And if you are, I'm proud of you. Keep going. Keep going. I'm so proud. And if you're not, I'm still proud of you because you listen to this podcast. So I'm proud of you too. Either way, I'm proud of you because you're here. You're here. So don't sell yourself short. Bet on you. You were here. So remember, new year, new me, power to pivot. We're not waiting for the new year and Mondays. So you can start whenever you're working, watching this video, whatever time today, you could just start. Get back to being you. And she's like, well, what does that look like? It's getting aligned with God. What God tells you who you are. It's about that's number one. Number two is surrounding yourself around positivity. Sometimes we undervalue the importance of a positive environment and optimism. We forget how powerful energy is. Energy is so big. Energy is big. You know, someone that walks in a room, they got off energy, negative energy, they taint the whole room. But then the opposite is true. If you're around someone that's great energy and smiling and cares, they elevate the entire room. Energy. Energy is so important. So you have to get back to that. Have good energy, queen. That's who you are. Be around those that have good energy. I saw someone commented on one of my videos. Thank you for the comment. And they mentioned that they themselves had to distance themselves or not pick up their own mother's phone calls. Crazy. Because the mother was negative. That's real. And on one side, someone might say, well, that's your mom. How could you do that? But then the other side, you're just like, well, you don't know what I dealt with all my life. You don't know my story. You don't know my experiences. So instead of judging, just support me, right? Because negative, no matter who it's coming from, it's still negativity. It doesn't matter who it's coming from. It doesn't matter who it's coming from. It could be the doctor. It could be your boss. It could be your spouse. It could be a significant other. It could be family. It doesn't matter. Negativity is negativity. And I know myself, when I feel myself getting there, I hate it. I hate it. And I remember a time, this was crazy, y'all, where actually years ago, this was a long time ago, where I actually stopped. I got into a dispute. It wasn't an argument. It could have been an argument. For no reason, just to hear myself talk because I wanted to be right. I actually delayed my prayer to do that. Like, Nadira, what? Like, grow up. Get over you, right? I have to get over myself. That's another thing. We all have to get over ourselves. Becoming is also getting over your ego, getting over you. You got to get over you. We all got to get over us because we are all standing in our own way. That's a fact. We are all standing in our own way. So we got to get out of the way so the real us can show up. So we're becoming the real you, the real her, powerfully you. She emerges, and then you evolve, and then you'll fly. So that's what we got to start doing. So number one, remember, alignment with God. We got to speak to the Almighty. Number two is positivity. Positivity. Surround yourself with people with good energy that want the best for you. Okay? And number three, get out of your own way. Get out of your own way. Get out of your own way. Whether it be ego, whether it be victimization, whatever it is, get out of your own way. And if you have pain, I do not want to say that it is not real. My heart breaks for the pain that you have. But don't let it stay there. Don't let it live there. Remember I told you my dad, it sat with a few seconds and he was over it. It's not minimizing your pain because I know it's real, but you can get through it because if you hold on to the pain, that's what your life will be. That's what your story will be. And we have to stop that. We have got to do the opposite. And you want that for yourself, queen. Okay? We got to get out our own way. Okay? And I'm proud of you because this is about you coming home to you, queen. Come home to you. Come home to you. Come home to you. Okay? And on to that, I would like to, speaking of coming home to you and the live event that I have, I want to invite you to a live event, a masterclass, essentially, about effective communication and how sometimes we don't show up for ourselves, right, queen? We don't. With the self-care and self-love is missing. We do not effectively communicate. And through time, we have not been shown how to communicate right, some of us. And I want to show you the right way. I want you the correct way to effectively communicate. So this changes your business, personal, professional, your relationship with yourself, relationship with your family, relationship with your significant other, relationship with your spouse, and with God. How do you effectively communicate in all those areas? And once you start doing it the right way, the way that really aligns, you'll see your life change for the better. And I want to show you and teach you what I learned. Because if you've been rocking with me this long, you know how I get down. And I want to be able to also see you on a Zoom. That'd be so cool to be able to talk to you, because you know I love this. So click the link below and I will see you there. But as far as this episode, I'm just so glad that you're showing up, Queen. You are becoming because you're here. And don't ever forget that. And be positive. And believe in you. Believe in he and believe in you. And start taking action. All right? So thank you for showing up for you and listening to this beautiful podcast, Powerfully Her. And I will see you in the next episode. Bye.